Welcome back to my Noob Zerg journal. What I've found now is that there's very few Zergs playing at this level, but the few that I have found, I've been able to keep a pretty high win rate, and that's mostly due to the Mutalisk and how strong they are. I'm definitely finding I'm relying on them a lot, and I've even practiced a little bit of Mutalisk Micro, and I can pull it off at the most basic of levels. So in this match, I go my standard hatchery first. I try and go a little more economical into the mutas. And he goes pool first, but he uses it more defensively and throws down a sunken colony right away. Whereas if he had went aggressive with lanes, I probably would have just lost because I probably wouldn't react to it properly. But plays into my hands here because I went economical for my opening and he's just going to go defensive. So I'm going to come out way ahead. What he does next is what really allows me to end up winning this match because he goes Hydralisks. So not only am I going way more economical to start with, and I'm going to be going into mutas, but he's just going to end up massing up Hydras. And we'll see shortly how I'm able to really exploit that and show the strength of the Mutalisk and why they're used so widely in ZvZ and the Hydralisk isn't. So we both just leave each other alone, which is perfect for me because I'm able to go right up into my mutas and I send my first 6 right over, and I don't do very well at all. I kill a drone, and then I fly into the Hydras, I lose a Mutalisk, and I'm like, okay, I'm just getting out of here. And it might not have been the worst decision because he had a decent amount of Hydras up there, so it probably would have been pretty difficult to fight them with that number of mutas, so I fall back, and I'm just going to mass up more mutas and then go in and kill them. And now we will have the final showdown between mutas and hydras. I've got a full control group of mutas against however many hydras that is, but it's not going to be enough against these mutalisks. They're going to one-shot a hydra with each volley, and then they can just fly right out of range. And they're just going to continually whittle down these hydras until there's nothing left. And they don't even deal that much damage to the mutas, really. I think I'm finally going to lose one right here. And the hydras are all almost dead already. There we go. They just tear them apart. Keeping them in the stack like that, since they're all so close together, they can all fire at the same target at once, and then it's very difficult to focus down individual mutas because they're all stacked on top of each other. So they just move so much better. They can get in, snipe a Hydra, and get out. And I think these drone kills are great too. I mean, he's obviously dead at this point. He's only on one base. There's not that many workers in ZvZ, and I got quite a few drone kills there. And I could have killed those Hydras that just came out, but I guess I'm just being ultra careful, making sure I lock this down and getting my second muta group ready while I reinforce this one before I head back in. So the Mutalisk is swiftly becoming my favorite unit. I'm really relying on them a lot. I've had a lot of success against Terran with them, and, well, some success. And I've had more success against Zerg with them. And it really didn't take that long to learn the Muta Micro. I just did some reading on it and then practiced against the AI. And even though I'm performing it at a very low level, it's obvious that it has immediate gains. And it really immediately improved my play. It makes the Mutalisk so much stronger. Here's another 1 base versus 2 base match, but this time my opponent goes for a Spire, and they get it way faster than I got mine. So I was really freaked out when I saw that with my Overlord, and I threw down some defensive Spore colonies right away because I was sure that mutas were going to show up in my base at any minute, and way before my mutas got out. So I definitely went a little overboard though for that, because we're going to see in a second he doesn't go Mutalisks. What he makes is Scourge, which I thought was very odd. Well, not odd at first, but we'll see he just continues to make Scourge and Scourge and Scourge and Scourge and Scourge and no Mutalisks, which I thought was odd. Obviously Scourge kill things in the air faster than anything else, but I don't think it's really the best when you just make only Scourge. And I don't really know how to fight them too well. I almost lost a Muta right there already, but we're going to see it really works out in my favor anyway. Now, I send my initial group of mutas in, and I'm not able to really get anything done. I got 1 drone and lost a Mutalisk, and I'm pretty afraid of the Scourge. I certainly don't know how to do any, like, moving shots behind my mutas yet. I haven't practiced that yet. So, I got 1 Scourge, but lost a muta, so I pull back for now, and I'm just going to keep massing up mutas, trusting that, he's not going to have any, and eventually I'll be able to kill the Scourge. So here we go. I'm coming back with my mutas. I got a couple more. And we can see he has 1 Mutalisk of his own. And he's got a lot of Scourge, but I don't even know if that would be enough if they all connected. And they're definitely not going to. I got a full control group now, and I'm just going to try and fly them just barely close enough and hit hold position to get them to fire at as many Scourge as I can. And lost a couple mutas, or lost one muta, and he lost a ton of Scourge. And now all he has left is that one Mutalisk. So, yeah, Scourge are great, but I think against an opponent who's controlling Mutalisks at all, the Scourge are just going to die because they can't catch the mutas. So the mutas will eventually kill them, and then the player with the mutas will be way ahead in the muta count. So I haven't fought many ZvZs yet, and each one is a little weird. They're all different from each other, and I kind of have to feel my way through, but they've been a lot of fun, and I'm absolutely hugely benefiting from knowing how to Mutalisk micro at all.